Welcome back to PCM 24 Yeti. It's episode number 48, and in this one, so we're at the Tour of Norway. We've got 4 sprint stages back to back to back to back, and it is one of our objectives. The objective is a top 10 for the overall, which seems pretty dang achievable for a sprint race. What's complicating it though is I'm surrounded by bigger, more important races than this little 2-pro race. And so we've not brought the best riders. It's a B team. Our third best sprinter in Pickerel is the one coming to this. But knowing that it was an objective, I made sure that I at least had a couple of the guys here with it being a personal objective for them. And as a result, Pickerel in particular as the key guy to our success for this race, as we take a sharp left before taking a sharp right. Whoops. Pickerel, fitness peak, objective, all of the above, plus 5s for him throughout the 4 stages that we're expected to see. He's got a plus 5 for today, but we are all over the place otherwise with our race day condition. We definitely have a little bit of undulation on the way towards the finish line. Alton Garrel is going to take over the lead of the team here to bring us forward and up this final hill. But it's not flat all the way in. And being that we are in Norway, you can definitely expect that it's not going to be flat throughout the end of the stages here. So Alton Garrel has brought us out front. I'm going to let him continue to work for a little bit, bring us up over the last hill here. And you can see how even though we just already crested, once again, we're going slightly uphill here. 2%, 2.5%. So it is going to yo-yo just a little bit. At 9.7, I think we're good to move on to Groenland, but he does not need to be going 99. We've caught that breakaway rider. The last one he just broke away a little bit ago. Gel 7.7. I think we can go flat out from here because there's a lot more downhill than uphill over this stretch. Coming up on 6K. Let's prepare for Shui. There we go. And then go ahead and get onto the back and final gel 4.7. We just don't have enough pace in these guys. I'd like to kind of soft sprint, but downhill. You know what? We've got a downhill coming. Let's start soft sprinting early. Shui really kicks into it. Montez kicks into it. We're at 2K. We've got a good strong lead out for a change, and Pickerel's coming on 1K. Let's go, Pickerel. Let's go, Pickerel. Find a way through. Oh, come on, buddy. Come on. Man, where's the pace? Where's the pace? Pickerel only crosses the line 6th. He's got a 78 top speed today and did not show it. Did not show it. Clearly, I could have started him even earlier, but regardless, this field is not that deep, and Pickerel just did not show up with the pace that he was capable of today. Philipsen is here. Philipsen only finished 12th. Laporte is here. Case Bull is here. But the drop-off comes pretty dang quick after that to a lot of guys that are at Pickerel's level. So the top 10 should be easy, even with our third-tier sprinter. But a 78-79, he should have done more than he did. He gained absolutely no ground at all from the time that he started his sprint. Stage 2, again a sprint stage, but again with the undulation, this being the climb right there, it's just one steep hill, less than a kilometer in length at 900 meters, but steep for that 900 meters. So it just puts a little damage into the legs, makes it a little bit tougher, and breakaway's not fully caught. There's still a 1-minute gap as we come up on 25K, and we're seeing a lot of little minor attacks in the field. So groups that are chasing suddenly have somebody attacking and they back off from the chase, and it allows the front 4 to get that little bit further along. I'm going to wait until we get past this climb the second time because we're on a circuit here at the end of this one that we're going to do 4 times. That was the second. I think with 20K to go here, if we're going to catch that breakaway group, I might have to get going a little bit sooner than I would normally. However, as my objective is top 10 and secure points, I think this is the type of race where coming in that little bit later actually sets it up to where I can still have guys fresh for the finish. So I'm going to wait a little bit longer here, but I've got to watch out for this third climb. And as we approach it with 16K, I think now's the time to set up and start moving. The draw today was pretty poor, well below what the expected is, considering that Altengerl is the only one who does not have an objective for this race on the entire team. Everybody else has +2s expected, and then the +5 for Pickrell. Pickrell draws a negative. Everybody else but Shui draws a negative. And so as Panamar pushes out front, we catch the breakaway, so that's no longer a threat. And with that little hill, you can see how quickly we moved up, other than de Klerk. Panamar's going to run out of juice here, though, onto Montez. I don't think Panamar is going to be around for the end. Some riders have been dropped here, but with 10K to go, we're going to push on pretty hard. The undulation, I think, is going to make this advantageous to us. 9K. Okay, done with Montez. Let's start going with a 98 now. Not quite the 99 territory. Panamar is a little more tired than Montez, so I'll let him slot in ahead. 7K. And we split the field, just 21 riders. Yes. I hope they give us the gap, but it's all happened inside the final 8 kilometers, so... and it's come back together for now. Last time up over the hill? No, not quite. Not quite. We're almost there. 5K. Gels. We got the 3 guys behind, and Shui continuing with the undulation. It's going to hit the hill, and we're going to flip onto Altengerl. And the guys are all hanging on, actually, so they have made it through. End of the breakaway. There is no breakaway. 2.7 sprinting. Sprinting. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, Grunland. Grunland, go push. This is part of the problem right now, is I'm not getting proper lead outs for Pickrell, but we are going to be comfortably in the top 10 again. It's not close enough, though, to get the few seconds. Oh, Van Aert's here, too. Yeah, Van Aert, Bull, Philipsen. So I think the scenario that I'm kind of facing is cracking the top 3 is going to be ridiculously hard. There's just a little too much quality to do things along those lines, especially without my top sprinters. So what I could do is I could flood the top 10, flood the top 15 consistently with my team, and the guys who go 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 in the 4 stages, it's going to be a lot of the same guys, but let's assume that there's going to be 6 or 7 of them that secure those top 3 positions. We're going to be hoping to slot in best of the rest, get 8th place, get 12th place, get 15th place, get 17th place. Secure the top 10. Fingers crossed we're able to do that, because there's definitely enough opportunities. There's 12 different riders could place across those top 3, and we could be sitting 13th. Fingers crossed that doesn't happen. But if we can consistently place high enough. Pickrell was only 8th. Was he really only 8th? Looked like we had about 5th secured there, maybe 6th, but again, the throw to the line does not go our way. So just like that last stage where we're right there, we just can't get ahead of those guys. Now, if I go earlier, I might be able to get Pickrell that little bit higher up, half a bike length further up, and finish 2-3 positions up. But then we're not flooding the top 10. The earlier I push, the harder I push the rest of the team, the less support we have. Priority number 1, though, needs to be securing that top 10. So we'll see. We're halfway through. Let's see how far we've gone. Oh, it's worse. Breakaway riders. 1 breakaway rider has survived to gain time so far. So there's already 7 riders who have advanced on time. Pickrell, though, almost best of the rest. It's Kajicum, who was target for last year. The Filipino has had the best average. He's 76, 75, so he's a little bit naturally faster than Pickrell, but only just. He would be slotting in as the presumptive 3rd best sprinter on the team instead of Pickrell. But Panamar, Altengerl, Grunland, Montez, Shui are all right there. And time gaps were given. Oh, man. Okay, so now There's only 22 in the top, so we're all over those top placings with 6 riders. But securing the top 10 is going to be the tricky part. And I think the best way to do that at this point is to take not Pickerel, but take somebody else from the field. Any of the other 5 really, but maybe somebody with a little bit of sprint pace like Alton Garrel or Grunland. Taking one of them, putting them in the breakaway, go grab a couple intermediate sprints. Oh, it's 6 seconds too. Oh, come on. Yeah, too easy. Take one of them, throw them in a breakaway, pick up 12 seconds. Pick up 12 seconds. Where does that put you? And look who's on top. Not a guy who's finished in the top 3. It's a breakaway guy. It's a breakaway guy. Yeah. There's your key. There's your top 10 secured. There's your top 5 secured. Never mind what happens at the end of the stage. Get Alton Garrel or Grunland in a breakaway. Take a couple intermediate sprints. Drop back to the peloton. Conserve energy. Make sure you stay on the same time. Before we head into that next race, so we have managed to get into the Tour of Polonia, but we have not gotten into the other 2 races that have been announced otherwise. So 1 of 3 there, and I don't know, that's something like 4 of 16 on season so far. 25% ish. Not bad. Better than I expected. I figured we'd be in the 10 to 20 range. I mentioned too easy, and meanwhile Alton Garrel is about to die.
There's an attack in the group at the front.
He was not terribly placed at all, but he is not going to make it into the breakaway today. He was mid-pack, like just over a third of the way back in the peloton, but 5 riders attacked from the first kilometer, and Alton Garrel was able to attack from like the 3rd kilometer. He was only about 15 seconds behind them, but apparently the field was intent on 5 being the number, and 6 was just too much. And Alton Garrel, for whatever reason, we know how the AI is on this one, especially on this difficulty level. Really hard to get one of your team members into the break, especially when there's already established riders. So they chased him down. Alton Garrel did not make it. Luckily, though, the real target stage for me was going to be stage 4. Stage 4 has 2 intermediate sprints, 12 seconds available. Today only has 1. So we're going to have to focus on the next stage. 33K left, and this hill that we're on right now is the first of 4 times that we're going to hit that hill on this finishing circuit. The breakaway still has a healthy advantage at a minute 51 with 30K to go. Not a given that we will catch them. There is the finish line. You can see that final kilometer. It ramps up in the last about 350 meters, which means you don't want to go too early on that one, as we're now down to 25K. And we've got somebody, Hoituze, finally get that name down. Hoituze is off on the go. I think we're going to have to get going sooner rather than later today to have any chance catching the breakaway and not having our chance at a top 10 get absolutely rocked. Yeah, we've already dropped back quite a bit, even with an 82 effort level, so we don't want him pushing on too long. But yeah, the team's not even in position still. It's just inside 20K. This is rough. This is rough. This is the day where I think this race could break wide open. But remember, there was already only 22 on the same time. I think riders could be losing time today.
It's an attack.
Both in and out of our team. Shui has made it. Is Pickerel... Okay, they're close. Alton Garrel's done. He got a really bad draw today. He's the guy that doesn't have the fitness peak, so he was on neutral 0, so it was just a -2 draw. But Shui also gets a -2 draw. Montez gets a 0 draw. Still 14.5K, but that is the 3rd of the 4 times over that hill, and that's now 2 guys that are bound to lose some time here. I think this field is going to suddenly thin out quite a bit. It's down to 49 for the moment. I think we could be looking at another 15 or 20 or 30 riders left in the group. 10K to go. And the front 5, still a minute 15 to the front 5. 8K left. 8K left in the field. Not decimated yet, but here comes the attacks of Van Aert. You know, we're chasing Van Aert. Okay, here's the climb. Ponamar. It's already the lead out for 3 and 6K, and then we've caught him. Okay, they didn't have enough left in the tank. Oh, I love that part. I was very nervous about where we were at and how things were going with that, but Ponamar, can we get a little split here? This is where you push on 5K. Ponamar is going to end up soft sprinting. Come on. 2.6. This is way too early for the sprint, but we're kind of hands tied here. Remember, there's the ramp at the end. Grunland wasn't even properly sprinting. Pickrell in a good position this time, and he's definitely moving up, but he's going to run out of red bar before the end. No, he's going to get a podium. He's going to get a podium today. Yes. Oh, 6 seconds gained. 6 seconds gained. It's a second place. Oh, that was huge. 18 left here. 18 left. Come on. Where's that time gap? Where's that time gap? There's got to be a time gap there, right? There's got to be a time gap there. The only problem is Dan Houle fading off of Nieuwenhuis's wheel, and then Van de Winkel charging at the end might just make contact there. Technically a sprint stage, so hard to say what's going to happen. We could be down to 3 guys left in the top of the standings, but regardless, we've picked up 6 seconds. Pickrell is moving into that top 10 security zone with 1 stage to go. And I wouldn't mind if the big split happened there, because it would definitely affirm 3 guys into the top 10. And I think that would be a good trade-off. And so with other guys losing time, you know, they could be slipping down. No gaps at all until after 82nd, in which both Shui and Altengaro lose time, but all these other guys don't lose time. Yeah, we got screwed. On that, but it's a sprint stage. No surprise to me that they do that to you. What are you? Okay, 77, 78. He's got to be the Mr. Fitness Peak like Pickrell, but stronger in the first place. That's got him doing so damn well, sitting first overall. Pickrell 6th, ahead of Philipsen, ahead of Dainese, ahead of Pedersen, and Albert Philipsen. Ponamar is 14th, Grunland is 15th, Montez is 19th, so we still got a few guys to help secure all those extra points. We're now down to 20 in the front group, so only a couple guys ended up losing time out of it. But the important thing for us is we've gone from a 9, 10, 11 kind of sandwich area to 6th. Now. And I'd like to get Grunland into the breakaway on stage 4 if we can, to go pick up 12 seconds, and he could find himself in the top 5. Stage 4 right off the line, and we've lucked out that Grunland is right at the front, so he's going to get into that breakaway very quickly. I can actually tell everybody else to back off a lot. I don't need to be riding that hard to get forward. I tend to do either a 70 or 75, depends on whether there's undulation at the beginning or not. As we have a Pidcock, but not the Pidcock, here joining us in the breakaway. We'll ride on that a little bit further, and then there we go. Okay, so Grunland's there. Grunland's set. Pickrell gets a nasty roll today, a -3 for him. And Shui gets... How can you get a -6? He's supposed to have a +2, so how do you get to a -4? Yeah, we've been given a rough draw today. Altengaro gets a +3, I guess, so some guys have scored okay. +2, and a +3. And a -3 and a -6. Impossible. Apparently he's dropped to a +1 for his maximum today. I just didn't notice it. And we've got a breakaway of 6. Right, we couldn't have 6 yesterday, but no problem today. And oh wait, we're going to get 5 more attacking? Really? We're going to have to contribute for a while, but I very much want to set up the situation that this breakaway group... what do we have for pace among these guys? Pidcock, a 71-74 for his sprint. 69.70 for Diesel. Not John Degenkolb, even though it's J Degenkolb. 59.61 for the young rider. Grönland, and with a decent race day condition with the +2, could be the favorite to win these sprints. Definitely a top 3 each time, though. But those 5 are still pushing on like crazy. It's still Stoychek making all the work happen to try to get these guys off the front, and they're being chased hard. So they're really ruining it for the 5 that are here, or the 6 that are here. 2 teams giving chase, riding hard, but yeah, these 5 are gonna break it up and screw this thing up for the 6 that are there if they make contact. Front 6 advantage is down to just 40 seconds. I have a feeling that riders are going to start to fade, and there might be 1 or 2 guys dropped. In that case, we're going to end up with the scenario, potentially, of a field sitting up once it gets down to maybe 8 riders or 9 riders, but I don't see that really happening. 6 would already be the largest, matching the largest breakaway group that we've had in the 4 stages here. And Grönland... Oh, the other guys just got caught, and the gap's coming out. The other guys just got caught. They are sitting up. They are sitting up. Nobody else attack, please. Nobody else attack, please. Please, please. Please, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, gap's lifting, and 1 rider is dropped from the group. Diesel, that's good, because he's one of those 2 sprinters. Really backing off, but we don't need to back off that much. We've got 9K to go. I'd like to open that gap. It's only a minute and a half. But Grönland's got to have something for the sprint too. So we're kind of caught in no man's land. Nobody else wants to ride because I'm riding harder than they want to ride. But the peloton's not yet giving us the gap that's going to tell others that, yeah, no, let's not attack. Back together. Diesel, back in contact. Minute and a half. Okay, we ride a little bit harder. Apparently these guys really wanted to have Diesel in the group. 5.5K, very little energy, but it's kind of an across the board. These guys are all really tired. We dropped Diesel again. Is it Diesel that we've dropped? Yes. I'm happy with that scenario for the upcoming sprint. Grönland doesn't have much, but he's got enough to do a sprint. 3.5K. Back together, but again, we know that he's toast. He cannot do anything in that sprint. He's fallen right off the back once again. We're finally out to 2 minutes. Finally out to 2 minutes, and just under 2K. Just over a K. It's hilly. Eesh. Sprint, 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 sprint. We're not the only one sprinting. We're not the only one sprinting, but we've got it. We got it. 6 seconds for Grönland. Yes. Okay. We're going to sit on. We're going to rest. We're going to recover. He's already succeeded and brought it down to an 8-second deficit, matching pick roll. But now we've got to rest and recover because the other is a long ways away. So we're going to take our chances for a little bit with a 3-minute gap, especially when the field's not too worried about it. And Grönland just did a lot of work, so I think I can afford to sit on for a little while and make sure that we are strong, make sure that we're not spent. Eventually we'll ride again. Last big test before the intermediate sprint. This is the second of 2 categorized climbs on the day, and 5 of the 6 guys are in. Well, 4 of the 6 guys are interested. I'm not interested. I'm just interested in not getting dropped. And last time on the attack, when these guys sprinted, we did end up getting separated just a bit, and then it took some time to kind of get back up there and make contact once again. It's going to be a little bit harder this time than last time, I would think. We're 27 seconds behind here. Big key for Grönland is to not burn too much energy. Luckily, Degenkolb has made contact. Will we get up there? Will he was going to work with me, and now he doesn't want to work with me? Come on, we're 40 seconds behind. We've got to get up there. Not up to him to take a pole. Yeah. Sprinting.
Mustn't appreciate the fact that there is a breakaway, given that the pack has increased its speed.
We're gonna leave him behind. Leave him behind if he's not gonna work. Almost in contact. Let's go. Come on, Grunland. Come on. Your race depends on this. This is the top 5. This is the top 5 move. There. In contact. In contact. Now sitting on. Minute and a half. Checking in on the team. They're doing okay. We do need water one last time, so Joy, take care of that. Let's tell the other guys to up the effort a little bit. They've been chasing pretty hard here for a while. The breakaway is not going to stay away that much longer. And in the case of Grunland, we've now got 2 challenges. One, we've got to go get hopefully 6 more seconds, but 2, we've then got to make the finish line in the main group. So Grunland just sitting on, trying to recover a little bit, and he's not recovering right now, but we've got enough. We're just 7K away, and a lot of it's going to be downhill. Grunland's going to just about make it to the intermediate sprint. The trick from there is the finish line is going to be the hard bit. Last little hill. So Grunland's okay, just barely. And then 2K. 2K, 1K, and sprinting. They are sprinting as well. Grunland, I don't know if we went through first or not, but we're going to sit up immediately. Grunland did go through first, so he's gained 12 seconds. I am going to sit on and recover. It's going to get me dropped from the group, but we are going to get that heart rate right on down and come back to the peloton. Go ahead and get a water bottle before you go, because everybody else already got theirs. There you go. Just 50 seconds ahead. Back to the group. Heart rate's down. We're already starting that recovery. I'm going to have to take position right at the front as soon as we get there, and that's already happening. And we're in contact. Let's go effort up for a second. There you go. Sit in position so we know to hold Panamar. Protect Grunland. All right, so Mission Grunland is now in place because he's already put himself ahead of Pickrell. Pickrell had gained 6 seconds. Now, Grunland has gained 12 seconds from the base time of that 22 riders that are still left that hadn't dropped time. Grunland not doing great with 30K to go. We are going to put him last position if he's still there. He will be trailing at the end. Right now, he is getting some recovery, which is really important. He is getting some recovery right now. 30K to go. Starting to see some activity, though. One rider has attacked Birch Hill. Here comes another attack of a rider. My focus for the moment, though, is Grunland staying below that 140 heart rate. And he's just about doing it. And he's getting that recovery in. With the protection really helping him. Really helping him out. You can see the domestiques are definitely working harder. They're in the high 150s. Where he's been, hovering that just a bit lower. 92 left in the peloton. Riders are getting dropped. Only one rider left off the attack. It's one of the attackers. And so the rest of the breakaway has been caught. 19K to go. Grunland, he's gotten some recovery in, but we've got a lot of undulation on the way to the finish line on this final stage. It's not going to be easy. Here's a glance. Ooh, wow. Interesting finish. Big drop. Big left hand drop at the finish line. But a little uphill swing just before it. It's going to be tricky. This is the hardest climb of what's left of this race. And we go backwards fast. 12K. 12K to go. Oh, man. Big mess. Big mess there. And the brake contact is... That's not just in front of us. That's 30. Here's 17. It's time to get moving. As much as I want to protect Grunland, we've got to make sure that we're not losing time with everyone. So like I said, Grunland's going to follow Pickrell. Altengaro's going to be the lead out guy. Panamar, Montez, Jouet. 9.5K, so we're going to go kind of flat out from here and make that contact. We're still in a group of 63 chasing 36. That was the last hill besides the finish. Montez, and we lose contact again. Gel for Grunland. Oh, gel for everybody. Hold on. 4.7. How do we keep losing contact here? Go, go, go. 3.9. Montez, get up there. You call that a sprint? You're sprinting flat out. How? Oh, come on. Oh, and then Montez goes down, and
A rider is down.
Panamar's... That's a sprint. Look, he's not moving. Ah! We're not going to get our top 10. We've been cheesed out of our top 10. We've been cheesed out of our top 10. No! And the gap just opens. And this all happens from some little, like, we're riding forward and, oh, wait, no, we got to ride backwards. The trail gets messed up for just a second. Ride forward, ride backward, ride forward. No gap. We should have gotten a gap on stage 3. Didn't get it because it's a sprint stage. Stage 4, same thing happens. So we get screwed on stage 3. We get saved on stage 4. Pickrell, Grunlin, Altengerl, Panamar, Dway, Montez, last guy, all on same time. Montez had definitely lost contact. Montez had to have been like 2 something down. And that's all breakaway guys that lost time. Wow. Now we have lucked out. Grunlin gets 5th place. Pickrell gets 9th. Panamar gets 15th. Montez gets 20th. There was only 20 riders left on the same time at the end of this thing. Freaking chaos. We get a super success for this event. I don't know. I don't know, folks. Like, we got saved. We got screwed. All in one big jumbled mess. That was a mess of a race. I guess all we could do is say thank you, cycling gods. That's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.